unto
Yahweh, Ma'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ma'ashem, B'Kakash.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word in true sincerity. Indeed, we are a branch of the branch of Great Millstone, Chicago. Coming at y'all another week with some more of it. Brother Dubois, kick us off, man.
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right now we're in the time of World War III getting ready to come up, man. All right, all these plagues are coming back. All right, you got the missiles going off in Syria and Israel. All right, you got these protests going on, man. All right, and all these is the beginning of the ends, man. Give me that rumors of war. The end, but the end is not yet. All right, because we gotta understand one thing, that we're in the last hour of the hours, man. All right, ain't no more coming back right now, man. The plagues are being sent forth. Y'all about to outside. Their reckoning is on his way, man.
This is Matthew 24, I'm going to start at 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, and shall deceive many.
Right, man, you got to beware of these false prophets, man. And not only saying they're the Lord, but coming in the name of the Lord, man. All right, go ahead.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Well, all these things must come to pass, man, so they got to happen before the Lord come back, man. All right, ain't nothing going to happen before the Lord, before the prophecies are going to be fulfilled, man. All right, so I was talking to brother the other day that how much time we got. Hey, it's short. We don't know how much time, but it's going to be short, man. All right, because pretty soon that what CBDC
right.
going to be implemented. Mm-hmm. All right, you got the lady, the Moabite lady talking about they cut a sea hip off, man. All right, so hey, we were right on the brink of salvation, man. Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence in the earth, earthquakes in divers places. And all these things are the beginning of sorrow.
Right, man, the beginning of sorrows, man. All right, hey, we're looking forward to the famine. All right, we're looking forward to the MOTB coming, man. We're looking forward to the troops gathering up in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, all right, for World War III, man. You see, hey, these things are a sign of the times. But guess what? Hey, we're waiting for y'all about to come back to really give us our release of this damn of this captivity, man.
I told you.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
You got it.
Right, and hey, that's the World War III, man. All right, it's prophesied that what? It's gonna be 3 woes, man. All right, and we entering into that third woe like Big Og is going into.
Right, man, it's coming speedily, right? This is gonna be a time where y'all try to speed up the time. All right, because Esau is ramping his stuff up, so the Lord got to speed himself up too, man. Mm-hmm. All right. Somebody get on. You got something? Go ahead.
Matthew 24 and 22. There it is. And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Right, man. All right. Hey, the Lord gave Esau but a short time, but the rain, man. All right. And if it's raining short, so is our captivity, man. You see? And what we're waiting for the Yahweh to come and fulfill the rest of these prophecies, man. All right, that's all we want, man. We want nothing else. Go ahead, God.
This is Joel 3, I'm going to start at verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh.
The mighty ones are the armies, man. Go ahead.
Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the people, all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow. For the wickedness is great, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. So yeah, man, World War III is on the rise, man. The Lord is gathering all these armies so they can gather, man. Over there in Iran, Iraq, all of them areas, really.
All the so-called Middle East.
Yep, all the so-called Middle East. So-called Middle East. right? Because there ain't no such thing as the middle of the East, man. All right, but nonetheless, the Lord is gathering all these armies to get destroyed, man. He's gonna destroy all these armies over there.
Hey, bring that back out, man. Go back to the Matthew 24.
I hope a lot of y'all sign up to join the military, man. I hope you do.
It's Matthew 24:35. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of the day and hour knoweth no man, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall the Son, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Right, man.
Yeah, so like we just telling you that, you think you have the time, but you don't. The Lord is coming back to destroy this place, and he's sealing up his elect now. You playing around thinking you got time, just like in Noah's days, they didn't believe him. They don't believe the prophets are here now, but we are. And this is a testament of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. He always revealed everything to his prophets. He revealed the end of every captivity, every age, and it's no different now. But y'all won't hearken into the truth because y'all love this wicked, present, evil world. But the Lord has nothing to do with this wicked world. He's bringing a righteous kingdom in. And it starts with us right now in these street corners. The Lord is all about righteousness. But y'all love this wicked world so much, y'all can't see it. Y'all caught up in all they pseudoscience, all they lies, all they sports, all they trickery. Y'all continue to go to these branch circus shows, not realizing that the Lord and his judgment is real, and he's coming back. And you're gonna be caught unaware if you're not listening. And right now, y'all refuse to listen.
I got something real quick. 2 Corinthians 15 and 20. Behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, man. So it's the Lord gathering up much of the host of the battle, man. Like all this is recompense and payback for they done to the children of Israel, man. All right, Esau got to pay. Not only Esau, the other nations got to pay for putting their hands on the children of Yasharallah, man.
Yeah, like the war dogs. I did a video this morning. I wanted to do it last night, but I was going through a thing with my dog. But it was a video about how the war dogs that they turned loose on the Northern Kingdom, man. And they were using these 200-pound mastiffs. And they were using greyhounds. And the greyhound is fast as hell. But it turns, and the greyhound will catch them, and then the mastiff will come ripping to pieces. It turns out too that the greyhound, but see, you watch a race, and they all skinny.
They big as hell when they off.
But the greyhound is fast, so they would catch you and they would go right for your throat. So, but a lot of times, before the mastiff even got to them, their throats had already been ripped out, right? And it turns out these mastiffs would grab it, because the video is called "This is how you became a Latino and Hispanic and started speaking Spanish." All right, and this mastiff would literally grab you by your stomach and disembowel you, man.
Yeah.
One bite, one bite. That mastiff, and they put armor on the mastiff, so when they would try to hit them with their sticks and they wooden spears and they sharpened wood and the arrows, the arrows would bounce right off. And the only vulnerability was this little bitty patch right here, and then right here is where you got the most bones in your body. You know, your rib cage is like a shield in itself, all right? And then the damn dog was wearing a spike collar, and the spikes were like 6-7 inches long. So when it lunged at you, this 200-pound thing would lunge at you, these spikes would plunge into you and open you up, and then his teeth would just hook in and rip all your innards out, man. And this is what they were doing to women and children, little children and women, man. White men, so-called white men. This is how you became a Catholic. This is how you began to speak Spanish, all right? That's where it came from, all right? So if you think this is not going to be a recompense, I was watching a video with the elder Inap, the elder bishop Ayathan, All right, the elder bishop Ayathan Shalom, brother. Yabashima Shabakata. And he was doing a video where it was showing these two Edomites. Yabashima Shabakata. He was doing a video where it was showing these two Edomites. And what the Edomite historians were saying is that the biggest fear of the self-proclaimed white people, their biggest fear is Jake coming back at them for what they did. Meaning deep down, they know that they deserve to be recompensed for what they did. Sometimes they wonder, like, well, why have y'all? What's taking y'all so long? All right. And he also wrote. He read some notes from some historian. I'm gonna go watch it again so I can go into more detail and search out these references that he talked about, so I can get my hands on them. And but it talked about this historian said when the very first slaves that they grabbed off the west coast of Africa, that they grabbed a very few, and the whole time that they were looking and watching the skies to see if the chariots or anything showed up, because they were very well aware of the history of everything that happened in the past when you put your hand on the children of Israel. And once they realized that, hey, look, that their power was done with them. All right?
They're basically how they became captive.
Come, put it in the camera, brother. All right? Yabashima Shabakata. This was done by Christian white males.
Let me get
right? That's who are responsible for these heinous acts. These Christians that you love so much. And these people, these Christians today, are the sons and daughters of those very same people that benefited from those very same crimes.
Hey, Elder Malcolm, remember he said it on, he mentioned it on how you said, like, just going to what you said, how it's their biggest fear of getting back. Remember DiCaprio said it on Django. He said, this man shaved my daddy for 50 years. He said, I always wonder, why ain't he just cut my damn daddy's throat? He said, if I treated him, if my daddy treated me like he treated me, I would have cut his throat. But he just sat up there and served him and shaved him all those years till my daddy died.
Right.
Why didn't he cut his fucking throat?
Because he'd have put the wrong slave on there, he'd have did it and just faced the consequences.
Yeah.
Right?
Like that old Jake who killed that nigga on Mandingo at the very end. He got the gun. He said, don't do that. He looked and shot his daddy. Fuck you. Bobbed his ass. And he knew it was over with.
Yeah.
He knew it was over with. But he wouldn't let them do dude like that.
Hey, bro, got a precept?
Bring it out, brother.
This is Hosea 13 and 16. Samaria shall become desolate, for she has rebelled against her God. They shall fall by the sword. Their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped up.
And this is what they did to us. This is how we became Catholics and Hispanics. All right? That's how it happened. And if you talk about it in school, they're going to call it critical race theory now. And they don't want to hear it because they want that picture of them being the hero to save the day with his cape flying in the wind. They want that picture of them. All right? They don't want to be seen as the villain. All right? You the damn villain. They're victim villain. Because now today, they crying foul. And like they the victims. All right? They not the victims, man. You are the villain.
This is a quote from Thomas Jefferson, Notes on the State of Virginia. He said, indeed, I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just, that his justice cannot sleep forever, that considering numbers, nature, and natural means only, a revolution of the wheel of fortune, an exchange of situation is among possible events.
They slaughtered our people by the millions, man. By the millions.
Yeah.
Right? And they'll just want to act like it didn't happen. They have all of this because of what they did.
Yep.
And then the way they tell the story, they worked so hard.
Hard working, tree chopping, grandpa.
You ain't worked hard shit.
Right.
You sat back and you flipped the damn whip, man. That's what you did.
For hundreds of years.
All right? Hell, you got some people, they got what they call old money.
Yeah.
All right?
Slave labor.
old money. They living off the interest of old money. They ain't even spent all the money they making now. They ain't touched it. They don't have to. They living off the interest of the old money.
I got a precept.
Bring it out.
The elder said, just wanted to
Because that story made me mad. And this was happening in Jamaica, and this was revenge because some so-called natives, some dark brown-skinned natives that you would call Hispanic or Latino today, the ones that were living in Jamaica was mostly the Taino, mostly who you call Puerto Ricans today, right? They had defended themselves and won back a colony that was, you drove back some colonizers, man, and took their shit back. So what did Esau do? He showed up in full armor to a people who had no armor. All right? With full armor, with spears, swords, all right? Shields, muskets, and he had 200 war dogs. All right? And we all know that, somebody give me that scripture where it says, when it talks about how everything's weaker now. Con. All right, because the narrator of the story then tried to downplay it with what Bartholomew de la Casa was saying, because Bartholomew de la Casa said that each one of the mastiffs, and matter of fact, it was more dogs than that because it was 200 of the 200-pound plus mastiffs. It didn't even give the number of the greyhounds.
Right.
All right. Okay. And he said each dog probably bodied over 100 natives. And he said, then he tried to tone the story down. And talking all proudly as he's telling it, and said, my dog, fuck that Edomite. My dog,
Bald as hell.
that demon on him.
See how when that battle axe cut to his bone, see how bad it is. All right? But nevertheless, man, you know, these people had just defended themselves. And this was so this was in May of 1494. So this was 2 years after. So Christopher Columbus had come over. Cristobal Colon did what he did the first time. Took Jake into slavery, the so-called Tainos, who are Puerto Ricans that it's called today. Developed the slave trade and came back to find out that they had actually taken back their rulership of one of the areas that had been conquered in Jamaica. Came back with these soldiers, man, and then set these down and set these soldiers with muskets and with their metal weapons and their guns and they 200 plus war dogs, man, and set them on a population of women and children and men who had really no defense against them. All right, and it was like, how dare you stand up for yourself? How dare you fight me back when I strike you? How dare you try to defend yourself when I force myself on your women and your children? All right, when I force myself upon your mother. All right, how dare you not stand there and watch and say nothing? That's the mindset of this so-called white man still to this day. To this day. All right, and you still got our people that want to support them, man. Go ahead, brother, bring it out. And fuck Eve.
God knows.
Twice over, man. Fuck Eve on the way here, man. There was this damn orangutan, no teeth having. Why this bitch want to sit at the front of the bus, man, with a damn cart? She got everybody stuck on the front of the bus. Then nobody want to say shit to her. The bitch looked crazy, man.
God knows.
All right, she had no teeth, chewing on, eating, smacking all loud and shit. And she done sat down in the second seat from the front and blocked the aisle. Whole back of the bus is empty. But then all the white people, she got the whole bus just jammed up. And then next to her is a damn 5 foot tall, 5 foot wide buffalo.
A beluga.
All right, with her 5 children that you know that ain't got the same father. She collected child support on each one.
Yep.
And child support is illegal.
That's
I
right.
don't give a fuck what they gave it that name to make it sound like it was some noble thing. All right, it's completely fucking illegal, man. They'll violate all your human rights, all your civil rights and everything. They enforce it illegally. The way it's implemented, you got a judge in Alabama that just declared it. He declared it unconstitutional because they violate all kind of civil rights and due process, and they don't give anyone due process. So the way they enforce it is completely illegal, man. So it's illegal, right? Lawfully, according to their own laws, it's illegal. This is where we're living, man. A place where this weakened, pathetic base man is ruling over us. All right, and then the women and then a particular woman out of all the women on earth that actually was one of the main that brought sin into the world.
That's right.
Through her, we all die. All right. These are the two that's over you in Babylon, because in all these organizations where they violate people's rights and rape you of your money, guess who the guard dog answering the phones and at the front desk?
Viola Davis.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah. I hate that.
Oh yeah, fucking Gail King, man.
There it is.
Jada Pinkett. All
right.
Damn witches, man.
So like the scripture says, through the woman we all die, man. Get that too. Get those two scriptures I asked for.
I got second Ezra 14 and 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Damn.
For look how much the world shall be weaker through age.
So when they said dog, so look, when I remember the things that I can do as a kid that I don't see the youth today doing. I remember the things that I used to see the adult men and the teenage boys do when I was a kid that I don't see adults able to do today. Hell, if you went to the damn basketball court in the late 70s and the 80s, man, prior to all these superstar ball players, man, just on the average court in the hood, some dude who smoked weed and couldn't make it into college was out playing most of them guys you see in the NBA today, man. Real talk.
Right.
Shit that Jake would do a hoop all fucking day long, man.
Old man, too.
Watch some of them old videos of Rucker Park. All right. Watch some of them old videos of what was going on in Rucker Park in the 70s, man. All right. So that's just from my time, what I've seen. I can only imagine what my father seen, what his father seen. Okay. So you go back 500. So if men were stronger, what the fuck make you think animals weren't? Right. All this shit, they weren't getting all this shit falling down on them and drinking all this polluted shit. The animals were bigger, stronger, and faster as well, man. All right, man. When you think it would be like nobody would want to face a damn 1,000-pound lion today. Shit. Imagine facing one from 1,000 years ago. All right. A damn 700-pound tiger, okay? Today, would you want to see a 700-pound tiger from 1,000 years ago? Hell to the no.
That was probably a cub.
You know? You can only imagine how big that motherfucker was, man. How fast he was.
Remember, when King David beat defeated the Moabite king, he took his crown. And the crown weighed 100 pounds, man.
Yeah, this man was walking around with a 100-pound gold crown on. All right, think about it, man. How strong was his fucking neck?
God knows.
Have you ever picked up a 100-pound dumbbell? Right. You ever tried to bench press a 100-pound dumbbell? Pick up a 100-pound dumbbell and try to sit that motherfucker on your damn neck. He walking around with a crown on. Bro.
Crowns are light too,
Right?
It'll be light.
Right. So that means this man had to be incredibly strong.
God knows.
All right? This was a strong individual, man. And I promise you, a man who could walk around with a 100-pound gold crown on his head, it ain't gonna be easy to take it from him.
Damn.
All right? The man that took it from him, super bad.
Yep.
Because he had to get through all his king's guards. You think the guards that were around that king was just a bunch of pussies? That he had a bunch of punk bitches guarding him? Okay? You're gonna find out, man. Go ahead, brother.
The second Ezra 14 and 17, I'm starting over 17 again. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. For the time is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hasten the vision to come which thou hast seen.
Right, so he tried to downplay, had to throw my frisbee 12 times. My dog is tired, so I think that it's exaggerated. There's no way that no, man, the man wrote down what he saw. He lived with the natives for 40 years, writing down the atrocities and complaining about them, telling them, you gotta stop. You can't, if you keep doing this, there's gonna be none of them left. And it damn near wasn't, man. It has been written that there was only about 200 Taino men left, man. All right, from a
shit.
The men that were what Cristobal Colon said that when they landed in Hispaniola, that it was so many dark bodies, and that's what you call Haiti and the Dominican Republic today. When they landed on Hispaniola, what they named, how you gonna land on some shit? We now on Hispaniola.
Right.
Motherfucker, you just got here. Did you think to ask the people that lived there what they called it? Right, you just got off the boat. This is now Hispaniola. What the fuck?
Don't mind the people down here.
Some shit, nigga. Right.
Right.
This nigga pick his balls up. Out there, he let it hit the water first. Pick it up and then piss. I mean, what the fuck, man? You just gonna step off the boat and names? Fuck Esau, man.
It was probably Hebrew.
He's short stroke.
Yeah.
He's short stroke. Yeah. All right, pissing on his own balls, small dick motherfucker. But yeah, man. So in Hispaniola, they said that there was so many dark bodies, it looked like a beehive or an anthill.
Shit.
That's how many souls were on there. And guess what? There weren't too many people for how they say overpopulation. Because there's enough clean rivers and clean water, right? They didn't go defecate and piss where they drink and where they eat.
God knows.
All right. And was fruit hanging from the trees. They had freshwater fish. They had saltwater fish. They were good to go. Heavy many millions in it. It was. And that means every man had multiple wives, and they all had all their children. Until your pale ass show up, call it Hispaniola, sneezed on them, and 20 of them died.
Yeah.
Brought your nasty ass, snot, cold, barren self. All right. Your daddy short stroke, herpes giving ass, your gonorrhea nasty ass, and you came over and you right, cause you came over and you raped, robbed, and you committed genocide, man. All right, and you brought them numbers down from this innumerable multitude to where, like I said, they said it was barely 200 Taino men left, man.
Yep.
All right. Go ahead.
You got a good chunk. Definitely on topic too.
Baruch 4:27, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he that brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that have afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that receives thy son.
And that's happening now with all these migrants coming in. Apostle Ramlam sent me a couple articles, and it turns out that there's a resurgence of monkeypox in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, why? All of a sudden, they got cases of monkeypox hitting the hospitals, and I'm like, as soon as these migrants show up, all of a sudden monkeypox is here.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Be careful with that $40
All right,
Venezuelan top, boy.
Okay? So,
Shorty.
tell me that ain't the setup.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I doubt if it's real,
Right.
but they gonna make it real. Because they take things that ain't real. They ain't fucking landed on the moon, but they made that shit real to a lot of people. Until all the evidence is starting to come out and they starting to get clowned about it.
Right.
Include insiders giving up the goods as well.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
How about the video they had, they probably showed when they landed on the moon, they showed that Nixon
Yeah.
Nixon.
On the phone.
He made the phone.
Oh yeah.
This nigga, right, so who? They went up there and laid the landline.
All that shit.
They had 5G back then. And shit. They had
Right.
a phone tower.
Damn,
It
so
was
I'm
the
like,
Bluetooth.
damn.
It was the Bluetooth. What happened?
So I'm like, what happened was
Right.
AT&T was like in a rocket,
Right. AT&T. Yeah.
floating this shit,
We were the
putting the
company.
wires on,
Be careful what you did.
everything,
Like, Call
and then
of Duty.
came back to Earth, man. They ain't get no heroes welcome or nothing.
Nope.
Shouldn't they be in the history books for laying the first landlines on the moon? And this motherfucker got on the phone, rotary phone.
Right.
To a
He
landline.
didn't even have a beep beep beep. This nigga, you got it right. Man, I remember them damn phones. I'm old enough to remember. And if you fucked up, you had to
Yeah,
hang
you
up.
go
And redial.
Hang that shit up.
And then you had to wait for it to cut.
Yep.
3-minute call.
Oh, fuck.
Phone number.
You had to hang
long
up.
as hell.
Right.
Long as hell.
Long ass
But-
phone
You
number.
had to
But you-
press the
So
one.
this
You had to
nigga
do the
You
one.
had to.
called the moon.
Call the moon.
From a landline.
So, and you believe this damn devil, man.
No, hold on,
This
brother.
shit's
It's Roman right now.
Right.
But lose reception in the subway
Right.
though.
Putting you through to the president, the little bitch on the switchboard.
They wow.
Go ahead, brother. He saw a joke, man.
Yeah.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 22. Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more.
Man, the Lord gonna mess y'all up, man.
God knows.
All right, because I'm gonna tell you right now, these Edomites are panicking over this border crisis.
Yep.
They pulling their hair, losing sleep, they mad, they steaming.
It's causing division amongst the tribes. You
Yeah.
seen Judah got up and
And-
said, "Hey, man, y'all deal with the
and that
homeless
was- and
here."
and that was set up.
No, God knows, but
That was
still.
completely
Yeah,
set up.
that's-
They have some little nigga get up and say, "Why ain't they send them to the Hispanic neighborhood?" That's Esau really trying to circumvent.
We don't
the
want
truth,
them
man.
in.
Yeah.
That's really, but that's
I
really.
said it. When I seen that, I thought about
yeah,
it.
that's all he's trying to do is circumvent the truth. Right.
That northern kingdom,
Good,
southern
good.
kingdom.
Judah don't get
No,
up.
no,
Judah
bro.
don't get up
We
and
don't want the
complain
West
about
Coast
shit.
Oh, nothing.
They do shit to Judah all day long, every day. They don't get, and they gonna get together for a meeting.
But it's going to backfire. 'Cause
So-
they just going to come across the men of the Lord. Walking downtown, you know, those migrants.
And the ones who gonna regroup and red dawn their ass.
Yeah.
All right? Because them Edomites was complaining how they caught a whole platoon size Chinese
Right.
on military age. Chinese have bought up all type of property all across America.
Police stations,
Yeah,
They set
police
up police
stations,
stations.
counties.
So what happened when all these
Pekin,
soldiers show
Illinois.
up and report in, and then they come back out strapped? You just seen the way Moab be training,
Yep.
Ammon and Moab.
Breaking them bricks, breaking his forehead.
Versus the way
Right.
this modern day military in America is training.
TikTok.
It's night and day.
TikTok.
Talk about it all the time,
You watch
man.
the way the Russians train. You watch the way the Koreans are training. The way
Man.
the Chinese are training.
Yeah.
And then you look at American soldiers.
War generals,
And
cross-dressing.
you look at
They be
and
cross-dressing.
you look at a lot of these European allies, the way they train it, man, and compared to the way them Russians and them damn Ammonites and Moabites are training.
No
It ain't
comparison.
Ain't no
Damn.
comparison,
Kyle.
man.
Yep.
All right.
God knows.
Them
I'm
Russians
telling
be
you,
in that
man,
ice, man.
From what I can see, man, the military is really that's me. The military has really taken a serious nosedive. All right, the military has taken a serious nosedive since when I was involved in that.
Right.
Hey, big time.
Shit, it was soft fucking 15 years
Sorry,
ago.
I have plenty of daughters.
When I was in that shit, it was soft.
Damn.
Shit was
Sisters,
easy.
got sisters and all that.
You know what's crazy?
Shit was easy.
It was a comical
I got
joke. Do you remember that movie with fucking Pauly Shore? We're in the army now.
Yeah.
That
Oh.
movie roughly like 25 years old, but it's a scene where him and this nigga Andy Dick trying to act like they was fruitcakes, so they couldn't get in. Remember he was like, I wanna, then he was like, nah. They like, nigga, y'all ain't gay, get y'all ass in the army. But now look at it. A host of fruits.
Yep.
Decorated war generals got stars from their fucking chin to their abs on their fucking shit and some high heels and a
We
fucking
call
wig.
it a salad bar.
Yeah,
When they got a big, they call it a salad bar.
with a fucking, but he walked out in front of everybody with some high heels and a wig, man. These
Speaking
goddamn
of-
Ammonites
Dude, I
bricks
saw
with
two
their heads.
Edomites. Today been a wild ass day. Right on, I was on Damon, North Avenue, and Milwaukee,
Wicker Park.
and it wasn't just me. Even the Edomite women was like. But why was this dude in some tight ass white pants with 6-inch blue heels on, a leather jacket and a purse with fringes hanging from under him? Couldn't even stand up, and this dude looked like a damn skateboarder, holding his hand, walking with him with the hat with the bill turned up like this, with spike bracelets on, and he walking with it, and this motherfucker in the heels is
Like a
only in
newborn
America,
deer.
man. And the shit, and you know, and I guess, and then I looked up, and the girl in the car was laughing at me because she saw my face. You know, and then I looked at her and I just laughed with her. And she, cause they were in the car because it fucked them up too. But you know, I noticed that, you know, Esau, they weird. And Edomites, you know, they see weird. But even the other Edomites was like, and so you know when you weird out Esau, you really, you know,
Gone too far.
it's like, fuck, bro, I'm weird, but God damn.
Takes the fucking cake, bro.
That shit was some weird ass shit, man.
What the?
It was unmanly as fuck. And as they walked back across the street with this motherfucker damn near falling, he holding them. He couldn't even walk in them shits, man. Something that it please you. Did it please this motherfucker? I'm gonna wear these shoes for you, boo. With this deep one, I'm gonna wear these shoes for you, boo.
Mordecai.
That's some unseemly shit.
I can't.
Unseemly, unprofitable.
We gotta get out of here, man.
God,
It's a vexation no matter what. From the time our eyes open to the time our eyes close and in our dreams. We are being vexed. This is a vexation, man, and I cannot wait for the Lord to cleanse His place.
That's
and
right.
Take care of all you wicked ass, non-believing, scoffing people, man.
Yep.
Right. I see. I go up there, up north and shit. It's becoming more and more common. I see sodomites with each other, dressed weird as hell, and got children, like small babies, newborns and shit, man. You know, so it's weird, man. And that's why it says in 2 Peter 2:6, it says, in turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow.
Go up a little bit. It was like 1 or 2 verses because it says that the same one that flooded the earth.
Yep.
Jake, forget, man. The Lord put the reset button, man. He has no issue handing out mass judgment. And that's why people are going to be swept up in this shit because they're willing participants to this shit. Like the elder said, they laugh about it. But really, they're with the shit. They're with the shit because if you're not talking against it, you're for it, man.
That's right.
This is 2 Peter 2:4. For if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment.
That's what happened to us for going off, like the elder said, and which is why we were able to get ransacked, beat. What does it say in? It's in the Apocrypha.
Judith.
Yeah, Judith. He basically said if they're okay with their power, if not, they're given to spoil. The nations know what it is too, man. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly. And that flood came because of what? Pre-flood behavior. Like the elder Yashawamba coined, man.
And it's even worse now.
It's even worse now. They perfected it now, man.
Bitches want, get the fuck back.
Look, man.
Get the fuck back. You ain't welcome no more. What the fuck was that?
I ain't even love
Get the fuck out, New York. Like, what the fuck is
It's
going
either
on?
that nigga woman. That's what she get the fuck
Suki
back.
with the good coochie, man.
I'm like, what?
But you see, she got the microphone.
I saw that.
It looked like,
Yeah.
It looked like, right. She had a
cut
big
off.
ass sausage like it had been cut off.
like it's,
What I'm supposed to say good morning to you? Get the fuck back.
That shit was wild. Yep.
Hey, man, I'm
She
It's
rapping and shit.
It's either
I'm
that,
like,
it's either that or the she dance. It's either that or that.
This masculine ass,
Wicked niggas, man. This
somebody
nigga
else
wild.
hair wearing, loud mouth,
Everybody else here.
Mouth,
with an F.
mouth, PH, mouth, PH, mouth.
And you know what's even more fucked up? There's Transformers that not only look better but be acting more feminine than them, and they're Transformers, man.
Yeah.
We gotta get the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
man.
Babylon.
There was a
confusion.
story.
Shit is crazy.
that botch, that television show botch. Somebody get Romans 1:25. But that television show botched. There was a dude came in that had all his surgery and his chin was fucked up. There was something on his chin that he didn't like. He just wanted that changed. And the two doctors that do all this surgery, the two doctors were amazed. The two doctors were like, if we didn't know that, the doctors are saying this. The doctors were saying, if we didn't know that you were a man, we would never know that you were a man. I mean, even the doctors were like, yeah. And then the doctor told him, don't do anything else. Don't just leave it alone. Because that's what this whole show is about. People come to them that's already been messed up with plastic surgery, and they try to fix. Yeah, it's botched. But these two doctors were just like they were flabbergasted because they were like, damn, we would never know. So this one had completely been transformed. Sausage inverted, all that shit.
Yeah, man.
Complete
Kevin
transformer.
Gates was having sex with.
All right, complete transformer, man. That had even the doctors show.
He just said it's hard.
Had even the doctors, astounded, man. So we really live in a fucked up world, man. Because a complete heterosexual man who would rather die before he did some shit like that wouldn't know. And if this thing didn't tell him, he'd think he came up. Be on the phone, bro. She bad, bro. And this bro be like, damn, she is bad. Little do he know, man. And he end up in jail.
Mordecai.
Because he find out and then he put her to death. A just death.
Yeah. Like that beginning scene on Blood and Bone with Bob Sapp got the big dude shit in on the ground.
Yeah.
And he bugged out. He got the hammer in his ass. That wouldn't be happening when these dudes find, because you just flipped out into a blind rage, man.
Yeah, you a straight male, so you busting a slob or something, and find out it's a dude. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, they can drive. Hey, look. Yeah.
Damn, man.
This place is this place is appropriately called Babylon.
But then the man who does that, who gets angry and reacts in that fashion, he gonna be the one that's, and man, the Lord always send you an example. Look at this giant motherfucker.
Big Mo.
But nevertheless, man, it's like every time we talking to it, man. Right. All right. But the man who responds in that way, he's gonna be the one made to be the bad guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cain Velasquez got locked up.
His face is gonna be Cain. Exactly. Cain should be a fucking hero.
God knows.
Fuck what y'all talking about.
Yep.
He is a hero.
Cain should be a hero, man. All right. And personally, I wish he hadn't used the firearm. I wish he'd have just been Cain Velasquez.
God,
Right.
I said it.
He just would have ran up on that car, opened that door, and pulled him out. All right. All right.
Did to him what he did to Lesnar.
Yeah. Because you did some shit like that to one of my sons.
Out of there.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have been able. That would have been, yeah.
Out of there.
Yeah, that wouldn't have, yeah.
Right, he could have
And the
choked him
media,
out
they
and
go
killed
to
him.
show you, the media tried to downplay it to make him sound like the bad guy.
Exactly.
They were saying something was done to one of his relatives. It was his fucking son, man.
Right.
What was he, like 3 years old, 4 years old, some shit like that? All right?
Man.
And this perv then, did shit to his son. And he found out this was a heavyweight fucking UFC champion, man.
Right.
What the fuck you think he gonna do?
Man, this place.
If he'd have got there just a couple minutes early, he could have got his hands on his ass before he got in that car. It'd have been fucking over, man. Yeah, he would have put it to death, and I still would have been calling him a hero.
Shit,
That's right. That's right.
I still would have been calling him a hero. Hell, I'd be wearing a different color Cain Velasquez
I was
shirt
just gonna
every
say, we
fucking
should
day.
get the shirt.
Free Cain, motherfucker.
King. Free my nigga King.
Right?
Yup, free my nigga King.
To this backwards. This is Romans 1:25. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the Creator who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause, the Most High gave them up to vile affections. That goes into what? Idolatry. pursuing back to Wisdom of Solomon, 14th chapter. You know, the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil, man. All right? As soon as you stray away from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you worship anything other than that, all manner of impieties just increase in the earth, man. It says, for even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature, right? That goes into the lesbianism that runs rampant, all right? Which a lot of these bitches in America ain't even really lesbian. They just plugged out.
They're just out of pocket. They just are allowed to do more than they should, bro.
Yeah.
It's a trend.
So I had a woman, you know, tell me that she did that shit.
Come on, man.
They're unsatiable, brother.
Right.
That's right.
Shit, I know a brother in the camp. I call him the Dyke Slayer. All right? That's what he does, man.
Told you that in confidence.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. Small. Hey, stud stands for steel titties under that shirt.
Right. That's a very good acronym. He finally got it.
This is verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the unnatural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another. Men with men working that which is unseemly.
Right, so I'm gonna say the hell with that. Come here.
Crazy. Come on,
Nah,
man.
it ain't happening, bro.
Hairy ass legs.
It ain't happening, man.
Fuck, man. You niggas are weird,
Bring it out, brother.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 25. So that there reign in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, and dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good terms, defiling of souls, changing of kind.
That's the transformerism.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's that alphabet shit.
Yeah, and then they use unrighteous decrees to back it up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, unrighteous decrees on every level, man. All right, so this court shit, man, I'm gonna tell you, brothers. I got these damn devils on the fence. All right, they on the game. There's an old clip of Phil Baroni drilling this dude on the fence in the UFC. Look up that clip of Phil Baroni. Greatest hits. But damn, but I'm gonna tell you, these motherfuckers. Look, the state of California, not the state, but the place of the child support services or whatever the fuck you call it. They removed themselves from it. All right, and now the county said, well, that's a state problem. So the county wants to withdraw from it. So now everybody's trying to pull out because they see my paperwork is fucking solid.
Bring it
My
out.
paperwork is fucking solid, and they'll talk all that shit with their lawyers, and then they see my actual complaint. They read the motion, and then everybody's face change. You know, it's like the same way the dude talking all that shit, jumping the cage until he see Khabib on the other side. My paperwork fucking Khabib and John Jones wrapped in one. It's tearing their ass up, man. And so it's shit so hot, they playing hot potato. They tossing that shit. All right? So they drug it on again. All right? And then he tried to use the what is it called? The Hooker-Feldman doctrine. And I was expecting that shit, and I counted that shit. He threw that hook, and I checked it, and boom, came over the top. I'm telling you, man, I counted that shit, man. And I told him, look, I said, look, I'm not trying to, because what the Hooker-Feldman doctrine is about, a federal judge cannot overturn something that came from a state judge, and vice versa. So they tried to hit me with that. All right, but supposedly, unless the court is going to admit that the Constitution is no longer the supreme law of the land, all right, which it isn't.
Yeah,
They
no,
don't want to admit that.
Right.
All right, especially when it's on record. All right, they might admit that off record, but they're not going to admit that on record.
Right. You
And
can't
so,
handle the truth.
I counted that shit, came right over top and dropped his ass. I said, look, Yana, I'm not looking to get the judge to overrule
I don't want your child. I want your
what
life.
the other judges ruled. What I'm asking the court, however, what I'm asking the court to do is look at the constitutionality of the matter, all right, and to see that my that my due process was denied. Therefore, this is a civil matter, and I have rights that according to your law, according to the Constitution, have been violated because you are supposed to get due process. They don't give you due process. All right? They just write up some shit and boom. You don't get pulled into court and go through a poverty hearing or none of that. You're supposed to. You're denied the due process. They'll look, well, you make this much, this is what we take it. And then they boom, and you get a court order, and that's what it is. No. Anything that you get lawfully is supposed to have a remedy. All right? It's supposed to have a solution or a remedy to it. And that Title 4D shit don't have no remedy. So what they've been doing is passing the buck. What he tried to do was pass it off get the county cut off from it and send it to the state. So the judge is like, well then who in the state is he supposed to deal with? And then their counsel said, Your Honor, I'm not here to inform neither Mr. my name or the courts who he's supposed to serve. So what they're literally doing is that if you can't serve the right person, it doesn't get seen. Wow. So then after he spoke, then she referred back to me. So I said, so it's evident that Mr. Rodriguez, in defense of the county, does not want this case to go forward. And that's another thing that pisses him off, that I'm not a lawyer. God, but here I am going back and forth with a lawyer and the judge.
Taught you
they
how
don't
to
like
read?
this shit. They like this old smart ass nigga. They, right.
We'll teach you
So
how
I'm
to
going
read.
back and forth. Because you know the lawyer hit you with the Rucker-Feldman doctrine. Most people will crumble under that shit. He wasn't expecting that check and that counter, man. All right? So, and look, hey, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm the smartest man in the world. I'm no dummy, but you know, I got pretty good reading comprehension skills.
He read a lot of fucking
Bro, I was about
books.
to say,
Alright.
they've been in the ring with you all this time, but as soon as you bring that out, now they don't want to fight.
Right.
Pretty much. So that's what so basically, even so the judge was turned, it's like the judge turned on him. It's like what has the case yourself. All right? And so yeah, there must be a remedy. Something has to happen. So I'm like, yeah.
Exactly right.
Right, y'all.
Something does have to happen.
All right?
Exactly right.
What
So,
Can't beat him, Jordan.
so what I found out, but see, every time they do something, they just make me stronger, make me smarter, make me stronger. So what they have, this is going to show you, they have something with certain get that unrighteous decrees first.
Got it.
Go ahead, then I'll explain it. Go ahead.
This Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
So that's so right. Grievance is what they have prescribed. That's what the bar is all about. Because the Constitution is no longer the law of the land. That's why every time you walk into a court, you got a flag with those gold fringes around it, which basically is evidence that America's courts are owned and controlled by Britain. That's why lawyers have to pass the bar, which is what, British Admiralty Registry or some shit. So why does American lawyers have to pass a British test in order to be a lawyer? Exactly. But if you were dealing with constitutional law, so that's what I stuck with. Now I'm killing them with their own shit. And so they can't admit until it actually is officially said the Constitution is no more. But for now, if you told that to the people, you'd have riots on your hands.
Oh, yep.
So this is documented court shit. All right? So I'm beating them with their own shit, man, and they fucking hate me. But guess what? I hate you even more.
That's right.
I hate you even more. Because the weapons of our warfare is not carnal, man.
That's right.
That's right.
All right?
Brought it out yesterday on the line.
Weapons of our warfare. So what they have something is called sovereign immunity. So certain individuals within certain organizations, all right, if you bring something up against them illegally, the reason why the case will get dropped and never go any further, because in order for a thing, you just can't say, well, I'm gonna against the sheriff department. You got a lawsuit against the sheriff's department. It actually has to be against a specific individual, a name. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So those names within these Title 4D organizations are not giving up. And so he admitted that in court. You don't understand how powerful it is what I just shared with you. This is some powerful shit. And Esau is a clever devil, man. But he's not as clever as he thinks he is. Daniel 8:25. Right? Because democracy is criminal within itself, man. All right? And like I always say, democracy comes with violence, man, and unrighteous decrees.
That's right.
Go ahead, brother.
Daniel 8 and 25. And through his policy also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand.
He calls craft to prosper in his hand. He'll make millions off of something that's unrighteous and unfair, and he knows it. All right? Go ahead.
And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
And through all this peace, he's destroying many, and he destroys more people with a pen and pencil. All right, than he actually does with his weapons.
Yeah.
The weapons are used when you decide to ignore what he did with his pen and pencil.
They
Right?
say the pen is
When
mightier than the
you
sword.
when you decide when he didn't decree some shit, and you decide that you're not gonna follow that decree, that's when the weapons come. All right. It also makes sense too, learning this history about these war dogs. Now all of a sudden they're making these robotic dogs, and we all, and you know, if you haven't seen,
Nothing new on the sun.
what was that movie that I was telling all the brothers to watch? Monsters of Men. How many of you brothers have seen it yet?
Seen a couple times.
Ain't enough hands
like
going
the
up.
Philippines or something.
Yeah, enough hands ain't going up, man. It's a fucking order. Everybody, if I ask this question next week, I need everybody's hands to go up. You need to see Monsters of Men. You really need to see Monsters of Men, because that's what you're about to face when Jacob's trouble comes. All right? You watch that Black Mirror Metalhead episode number 5. Damn. All right, you watch that Metalhead episode number 5, and then you watch Monsters of Men, man.
That's right.
And then you think about the story about the war dogs. What you watch some things on Monsters of Men, and what the fuck is a robotic? If a damn master did that to you, what these robotic dogs gonna do to you? Right.
Oh,
Then they got guns. They don't get tired.
Yup.
No feelings, no emotions.
Right, they got
Just
appendages on
programmed.
them that can actually grab weapons like knives and shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Down communication systems.
Yeah.
They can Bluetooth.
It don't gotta eat.
Communication system.
Oh, yeah. Oh, not to mention that they can shoot out of them tracking devices right into your skins and clothing, and then just let you run away and they just track your ass.
Recharge.
As soon as you get tired, it stop.
That's
Motherfucker
your ass.
right on your ass. Right.
God, no.
Man.
And that's how you know we gonna need that power in that day, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I tell people all the time when we teach it, man, the same divine intervention that set up the basis of man over us is the same that's gonna take us. Because you can't downplay you can't downplay the Lord's blessing that he gave Esau, man.
That's right.
Just like Esau ain't gonna downplay the Lord transition this kingdom unto Jacob. But he gave him the sword as Isaac. This is what he have. And that dog, the robots and all that the elders going into.
Part of his sword.
That's part of his sword. All the way up to the thermonuclear weapon. This is Esau's blessing, man. But history repeats itself. That's the spirit you brought out, the war dogs.
Yeah,
And
and as a matter of fact, you can go ahead and make that a date night.
That's right. That's how I did
You
it.
can watch it with your woman tonight, whatever.
I
And
watched it
actually,
with
it'll
the
help
white
her ass
woman.
get in order. If you got one of them more mouthy ass women, let her watch.
That opening scene.
Let her. Ooh, with Eve.
Opening scene.
Yeah. Watch,
Yeah, the black woman
watch
was
how
the
that
first to
watch how that robot deal with Eve.
Set that tone.
All right.
crunch that.
As soon as she. Yeah. That's it.
Cyrex on that.
Yeah. Right.
Cyrex wings.
Right.
God, no.
That motherfucker.
That,
Sweet
boy,
chin music.
that old school Mortal Kombat sound, that wild right. He smashed that bitch.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. Well, I watched it with the white woman. She was quiet, was drinking.
I got some.
Go ahead, bring it out, brother.
This is Judas 5 and 17. And whilst they sin not before their power, they prosper because their power, the power that hateth iniquity, was with them. See, our power hates iniquity, so he.
Going back to the war dogs, the story that was told by the elder bishop Ayathan, how those two Edomites, when the first few slaves that they grabbed up, they were real scary and watching the skies and moving real slow. And when they realized that, damn, ain't no help coming from him. He ain't sending no angels, no chariots, no nothing. Get these niggas. Right. And that's what they did. They were scared at first though. It was like they went into that shit very delicately, like Agag did. We all know what happened to Agag.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
Okay.
Got hacked into pieces.
It says, but when they departed from the way which he appointed to them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that wasn't theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground.
So that's been his playbook and his policy of the self-proclaimed white man, Esau Edom. His playbook and his policy has to make you continually go off.
Yep.
To make sure you stay in sin, your people stay in sin.
Yep.
I found out what a geoduck is today. I never even heard of such a thing, man. It looked like a clam with a dick. And people eat this shit.
No homo.
And a little Edomite bro sent it to me, and I sent it back saying, nah, I pass on this. You know?
Take your oyster.
And you know what she said? Good, it was a test, because I ain't eating that shit either.
Bring it up.
All right, go ahead, bro.
It says, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now are they returned to their power and are come up from the places where they were scattered.
And that's what's aggravating them now, that we've come back to our power, man. That we calling on the name of Yahweh Bashem Shai.
That's right.
That we're staying away from certain things, man. That we keeping our dicks out of other men's wives.
That's right.
All right? That we not eating duck and geoduck.
All this came
You know,
out.
and all this other wickedness, man. That we turned our back on the world. All right?
They hate that, man.
You know, use the world, but don't abuse the world. We still got to live here.
That's right.
All right? Go ahead.
And have possessed Jerusalem where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord know, pass by, lest their power defend them, and their power before them.
And that's why I think it's a covering on the men of the great millstone and the brothers that teach the likewise doctrine.
That's right.
Because we should have been shot up, stabbed, jailed, and all that by now.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
I believe that there's a covering over us.
Yep.
All right? Worldwide, what we're teaching.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
because right now, the 2/3 don't matter no more. They're non-people. But the elect, those people actually believe, or actually listening and learning. All right? The covering is on them. So this thing is here. We're no longer saying it's coming. It's here, man. All right? All this, the curses are falling on Esau. I saw a video yesterday where the white woman got shot down in front of her male by white men in her house in front of her fiance. With him screaming no. I'm like, damn, did they just shoot Becky up like that? Becky got popped quite a few times, man. And not the type of popping that I'm used to giving Becky.
That's right.
In her own kingdom. All right?
Good.
You know? Because normally they'd have tackled her and took her down and shocked her and, you know.
Yeah, they yelled taser, but down. I ain't seen no taser.
No, that somebody did tase her. She kept coming. But that's still, I done seen Becky do worse and not get shot. You know? I done seen Esau do worse and not get shot. I remember a video going back about 6 or 7 years ago with an Edomite in a park with a handgun in his hand, pointing at everybody. And the cops talked him down. He's standing there with it in his hand. Right. Now, you know, Jake be on his cell phone, get hit 30 times. Shit. Oh, shit.
Stop resisting.
Right.
Stop resisting.
Exactly.
Stop resisting.
Like, Mom, they come, I'm scared. Pop, 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 pop.
He yelled murder.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's happened so many times. But this Edomite was in a park, I think it was in San Diego. And he's pointing the gun. Women and children going by, and they talking to him. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. And all of a sudden, here comes the superhero Edomite, double-legging his ass. Took him down, disarmed him, took him away in cuffs, alive.
Not a scratch on it.
Now, if you know that was Jake, he'd have had 100 holes in him.
Oh yeah.
150.
All right, and then it's funny because then another video came out about 3 weeks later where the counselor, the Jake counselor, for a mentally disturbed kid, the kid's in the park, policeman called, The counselor goes out with
yeah.
them. All right? And he sits down next to the kid, and he's trying to talk him down and calm him down. The police roll up and shoot the counselor.
Yeah.
His hands was up,
Yup.
and they shot him. He was like, hey, this is my client. I'm his counselor. They were like, BOW!
Yup.
Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
Right.
Stop holding your wound.
Hey, Elder.
Right.
Stop trying to survive, nigga. Just die.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck?
Dave Chappelle.
Hey, Elder, you ever
How
seen
dare you
Harold
fight?
and Kumar? Where they had that black nigga in the cell. He was like, I'm just reading the book. They broke in, beat the shit out of him. Stop resisting. They beat the fuck out that man. That shit was funny as hell.
It's funny, but it's not.
No, it's not because
Because it's so true. That's the fucked up part about it, man. Because that was some funny shit. Yeah, like 10, 15 cops ran in there with Billy Club.
That's one of the funniest parts.
He's reading a book. Stop resisting. Stop
He said,
resisting.
I'm just reading a book. I'm not doing it. They beat the shit out of him.
That
see
dude
something.
was
And
mad
these
they wouldn't
dudes
fuck his
actually
woman.
snuck out of prison.
Right.
Because everybody was so busy trying to beat this dude ass.
Right.
They left the
Right.
place unsecure.
They grabbed a whole fucking pound of weed on the way out.
Yeah, they did get the weed.
They grabbed the
They
weed.
did.
What the fuck?
Hey, wasn't that in 2015 that was 16 and 17-year-old kid? It was in Chicago. He was in the street. He turned around and they lit his ass up.
Oh yeah, the one cop. And that cop went to jail for like 2-3 years and they already let him out.
Yep.
Laquan McDonald.
Bring it out, brother.
This Psalms 34:7. The angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. Hey. Oh.
Because if I may say, the elder talked about it being funny, but it not being funny. Hey, these are everyday scenarios that we all go through, being in impoverished communities.
And
man.
we've all seen it.
And we all seen it happen, man. Hey, but the Lord, He's definitely among His men, man, and the ones that fear Him, man.
Yup.
Hey, look. When I first came home, I hope it's Amalek.
God knows.
Just die already. Right?
God knows.
I remember when I first came home from the Marine Corps, man. I was driving in my 65 Mustang, 3-speed. Damn. I rolled up to my mother's crib. I got out the car, walked up the stairs, and I saw the law roll up on the drug dealer dude. And they shook him down, took his money, and they basically robbed him, and then they put his ass right back out there. And then I realized later on, when talking to another guy, he came from his cut. So basically, it's like, hey, if you're gonna sell drugs on these streets, right? And then he made sure that dude was okay to sell the drugs. Pretty much.
Right.
And then anybody in the area that was ops, they rolled up on them differently.
Stop resisting.
But this dude, they rolled up on him
Right.
to get that payment.
God knows.
You know, they hopped out the car, rolled up on him. Next thing you know, and they like, right? I witnessed that shit with my own eyes, man. I was like, what the fuck?
We got a couple of horses.
Yeah, bushwhack. And wilding and the freakazoid, back to back. Go ahead, brother.
This is Sirach. It's Sirach 10:7. Pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and by
Wait
both
a
of
minute.
one
What
commit.
the fuck is it while these moles keep wearing fringes and shit? The same dude early, the dude who had on the heels.
Well,
He
because
had fringes too, man.
they associate
that's
with
a
the cowboy
violation,
shit.
man.
Yeah.
Definitely a violation.
All right?
What the night?
Salakia, brother. That
Con.
thing.
He got that chin.
Because they be using that cowboy shit.
The
That
dude
leather.
had, the dude, I'm telling you, he had on blue, hot 6-inch high heels, tight ass white pants, with a blue jean jacket that came right at
This shit wow.
right in the middle of his ass with a purse hanging from under with fringes on it.
No, what gangsta
The
Licious
same
say?
color fringes.
What gangsta Licious say?
That same color jacket was his purse.
The cut in the t-shirt ain't for my ass. It's for you can get the strap. You know, you don't want them to have the upside.
Oh, yeah.
Gangsta Licious.
I forgot
He a real gangster.
He said, yeah, you gotta get the, that's why he had this shirt like that, Elder. It's funny because they made it, but see, this is like 15 years ago that this shit was a joke.
Right.
Now they're really doing it. That's the same shirt that Gangsta Licious had.
Art imitates life.
He said you exactly. Art imitates life. That show you that program because that's the same shirt. It was long, but then it had the cut. And that bitch was cut right there by the ass. He said, "Oh no, this ain't gay."
And I remember how fucked up Riley was when he finally figured out
Yeah.
this nigga was gay.
Nigga,
He was broken hearted.
Oh yeah.
They had the fun thing. He said, "No, I had a dream." See, cause that's what happened when some nigga had snuck. We talking about he got knocked out. Then had a dream that Gangsta Licious was kissing the man. No, nigga, you seen that?
Right.
He didn't want to accept it. He's like, nah, I got snuck and I was knocked out. And I was dreaming, and I had to be dreaming because Gangsta Licious went through that.
Yeah, he went through that.
Gangsta Licious, boy, Diddy.
But see, now this is reality.
Yeah.
They wear the pearls. All these dudes coming to nightclubs.
That shit was
They got the
funny.
Dior shirt,
Yeah.
thinking they fly. They got pearls. I said, man,
I'm telling you, man, that damn Boondocks and that Black Dynamite, that shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
I
god.
watch them all day, man. Both of them.
And them shits was real though, man.
But they predicted what's going down.
But there you go. Art imitates life, man. But go ahead, brother.
God, this is Sirach 10 and 7. Pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit.
That's right.
The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
So that's what they do, man. They storm your land on it and call it Hispaniola. Didn't bother to ask what the fuck you called it. All right? Call it Hispaniola. And then they immediately, after they rape, rob, murder, hang and burn people, feed people and children and dogs, all right? And all that, that's because this is what they were doing. All right? And after they do all that, then they set themselves up to be judges. And these were all Christian men, by the way. Catholic, Christian, good old
Good
Christian,
Christian
good Christian folk that was doing this.
Good white Christian.
All right?
A pure, they ain't saying a slave, they talking about
Yeah,
a pure white
exactly.
Christian. Man, get the fuck out of here. Why?
You know, these were good old Christian folk that was doing this. All right? Was committing all these heinous acts. Then they set themselves up to be judges. All right? So now I'm gonna judge and rule in righteousness.
Right. That's crazy.
Right.
And decide who within your society is a hooligan and who in your society is a good guy.
In your society.
I got a precept for you, Bill. This is Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots?
Hey, Chucky cannot become not Chucky.
God.
Right.
There is no un-Chucky. And as a matter of fact, the midget that played him
Man, the what?
just got caught up in a bunch of child pornography shit.
Yeah.
A pedophile, right?
Whoa, it's called child's play.
Child's play.
He took that shit to a whole
Shit,
nother
bro,
level.
they turned
That
into
demon was on him. Bella, what he was saying that Ken Taylor,
right.
I beg of you,
Right.
give me the power.
Charles.
Yep. Child.
Wow.
It's like, right, give me the youths.
the youths.
Give me all them youths.
That's
It says, then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. And that word accustomed means you were designed. You were designed to do evil, man. All right, the Most High made you a vessel of displeasure. He made Jacob a vessel of honor, man.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so
That's
Esau,
like get
man,
that in Romans.
right,
One vessel to be honored, the other to be dishonored.
right, man. So Esau, you're that dishonorable vessel, man.
That's right.
And you, hey, shit, you proven it. You proven it.
Matter of
That
fact,
shit since the beginning.
Matter of fact, let's just go to Romans 9 and start reading. Start at verse 1.
I'm gonna get it in NLT.
the ultimate king.
Bring it out.
Hit him with that combo like killer is.
Romans 9:1. I say the truth in my Mashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Mashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites.
That's beyond plain. That makes it very clear who's Paul's kinsmen were. For any of you dumbass Christians on the comic board, STFU, go get a pen and paper, start taking notes.
Right.
Go ahead.
To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law.
All right, so only they can serve the Lord.
Yep.
All right, they were given the covenants and the promises and the glory. The scripture said he wouldn't share. You could share your glory with any other.
Right.
Right. The Bible tells you over and over again that He's the God and power of Israel. All right, and none else. Go ahead. And you had Gadite tribe saying that. You had Reubenites saying that. come test me if you dare.
Water.
They had names like that. God be for me and not for you. Come test me if you dare.
Right.
Go ahead.
And the service of the Most High and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Mashiach came.
So who you ignorantly call Christ came to save the flesh of the Israelites, His brethren, according to the flesh.
That's
Fuck
right.
what you talking about. Go ahead. How
Who
a
is-
nigga want to say, fuck you mean? All right, go ahead, brother.
Who is over all, God bless forever. Amen.
Okay. And then because he said who's over all, he didn't say he was for you other people. He's over you, but he's not for you. All right? Because the chosen people need servants. Fuck you thought? What you thought? We was gonna wash the dishes? You think we gonna run the trash out? You think we gonna dig the gardens, plant the seeds, prune the right? You think we gonna be out there picking all the oranges and the plums and the grapes, building the walls, scrubbing toilets? You think we gonna? You thought we was gonna do that?
Right.
Go ahead.
It's like, oh no.
Oh, Slocky.
Still at 9.
You ain't fumbled, did you?
I think he did.
That's right. Somebody else pick it up.
Alright.
I know somebody else is holding it too.
This is
There it is.
Romans 9 verse 6. Not as though the word of the Most High have taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel.
So that's you 2/3 niggas and spigots, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham, and they all children, but in Isaac thy seed be called.
That's also you other heathen, you other Hebrews. All right, Abraham had other Hebrew children, but they weren't the Hebrew Israelites.
That's right.
All right, you had to come out of Isaac and Jacob's line.
Yep.
All right, not Isaac, not Ishmael's line.
God knows.
Not Esau's line, because Esau's children are Hebrews too. All right, you know, a lot of people tend not to think about that. Go ahead.
That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High. But
All the other people, and that's the answer to that confusion in Galatians 3 and 9 and 3 and Galatians 4 when they try to say, if you believe, then you're the seed of Abraham. Shut up. Take notes. He's telling you right here. Go ahead.
But the
Romans the 9th chapter shuts all that Galatians misunderstanding down. Go ahead.
But the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
Which children were the promise? Only the Israelites, man. All right, somebody give me a couple scriptures to solidify that and he can keep going. Amos, Joel, others.
This is, you want them right now, right?
Yeah. No, I want them yesterday.
Slack
Right
it.
now, brother.
Slack it. This is Amos 3:1. It says, hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
It didn't say nothing about nobody else nowhere, right?
Nope.
You didn't skip over nothing, right?
It says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So that cuts all the other people, man. All you other people, y'all just background, man. You just background. All right.
I hate you with another one.
Ooh. Oh, you got another.
This is
How many people remember the background singers?
ain't nobody come to see you.
Otis, sir.
All right.
David motherfucker.
This is Leviticus 20 and 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yahweh, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
And that's what holy means, man, to be separate.
Right, sanctified.
All right, sanctified is separate, man. What you got, brother?
This
Hold on. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6.
Speak up, beloved.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Great scripture, brother. Perfect. That's a very racist statement out of the Bible.
Yes.
The Lord just said, F all you other people.
That's right.
I just chose you. All right. Go ahead.
This is the book of Joel. I say Joel. This is Joel 2 and 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am Yahweh, your power, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed.
There it is. My people shall never be ashamed. There it is, man. All right. What you got, beloved?
This is Psalm chapter 147, verse 19. He sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
He didn't say nobody else.
Keep reading. Keep reading.
Right?
Yep.
That's classic.
Verse 20.
There we
He
go.
hath not dealt so. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
They have not known.
Right.
We all remember that scene in Book of Eli when he said it didn't mention you. He told the girl, he said, hey, the Lord told me, or that voice, told me that we're gonna make it out of here. And then the damn old cannibal said, did it say anything about us? Didn't mention you. And him and his wife got ripped to pieces by machine gun fire shortly thereafter. Matter of fact, I think his wife got blown the fuck up.
That was like,
All right.
That was a fucking gap.
No, he got caught with the Gatling gun. His wife got caught with the rocket launch.
Oh, yeah.
But they ass got blew to smithereens.
They both of them died shortly thereafter. You know, he said in that very well known Denzel voice, didn't mention you.
Right.
And they was dead shortly thereafter.
That's definitely a classic Denzel.
All right.
Second, that's what I wrote right
Go ahead, brother.
Second Ezra 6 and 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. And hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
That's what I'm talking about. That Lonzo line. Go ahead, brother.
And now, O Lord, behold these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lovers, are given into their hands.
Right. So we giving it to the hands of this low-based people, man. Right. And they've used and abused us ever since. Non-stop. We're going down the line. Go ahead, brother.
Second Ezra 5:24. And of all the lands of the whole world thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers thereof one lily.
Right, hold on, wait. Gotta ask y'all. What's that one pit?
Yeah, he ain't throwing no knife at you. He's
What's that one? He said of all the lands he's begotten, he got one pit. What is that?
A punishment?
No. What you got, Halal? Out of all the lands he chose one pit. What is that? That's the hint right there.
Key word is land.
Right, land.
Israel.
Go ahead, y'all say it again.
Israel.
That land of Israel. That's the land that the Most High chose. All right? Slakia, go ahead.
Second Ezra 5:24. And of all the lands of the whole world thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers thereof one lily, and of all the depths of the sea thou hast filled thee one river. and of all builded cities, thou hast hallowed Zion unto thyself.
There it is, man. It's all about Israel, man. You can't be, when it says that you can't be brought back to or adopted. You can't be brought back to something you were never part of.
Exactly.
All right?
Yep.
Like you have a brother, we all fall. It said a righteous man falls 7 times. Brother, you know, kind of fall out the way, and then he come back, repent and stand on the other side of the line. He's being brought back in. But you can't be brought back to something you were never part of. All right?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he hath taken up the isles as a very little thing.
Right, so damn. The rest of the nations are a drop of a bucket, man. You know, you got you a nice succulent cup of coffee. To New York and say coffee. You drinking your coffee, right? And you spill a couple drops. You're not worried about that shit. What's in the cup? It's nothing.
Right.
You know, it's what matters is what's in the cup.
Yep.
So he's amounting those innumerable numbers of other people to that drop that fell.
Yep.
You know, you don't drop the whole cup to save the drop.
Right.
Okay?
This is Galatians 3:16. Now to Abraham and his seed were the promises made. He said, not into seeds as of many, but as of one, and to thy seed, which is Hamashiach.
There it is, man. That was actually what we were talking about earlier. Because, you know, the other people will try to include all other people. Because the seed that Hamashiach came from was out of Jacob.
Yep.
Narrowed down to Judah.
Yep.
All right?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 9. For the Lord Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Hey, he just gave them the people's elbow, man.
God.
All right? Go ahead, brother.
Oh.
Hey, man, leave Esau friend alone. Notice Esau friend. Go ahead, brother.
Back in that Romans.
Yeah, back to Romans.
This is Romans 9, verse 9. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good nor evil, that the purpose of the Most High, according to the election, might stand.
According to the election. He already chose before they even born, before they had done any good or bad. That's right. He already chose Jacob and said, fuck Esau.
Yep.
He said, because these 2 babies gonna come out, right? Okay, right, check it out. But when that little red motherfucker come out, he don't mean shit. All right? That's basically, all right? Go ahead, brother.
Not of works.
Right, pretty much. He wasn't even a stepchild. He was a stepchild.
Right. Water.
Hell, matter of fact, stepchild got treated better than him.
Damn. Yeah.
Right? I'm your actual son. All right? Go ahead, brother.
Not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
And the red boy came out first. Yep. All right? And there it was. And then walked up. Red boy came out first. Wow. All right? Perfect. The Lord be cold, man, with them. Perfect. Right. We were talking about them Transformers and that giant one with the big old hips. I done seen that thing up close, and you know, you're like, that can't be a woman. And then it's not.
It's eligible
but a dude that had a couple drinks, he on the phone with his homie. Man, she big, bro.
Dig off the pills, trees.
Right, till he wake up.
Wow.
All right? All right. Go ahead,
What
brother.
that nigga say? I know it's a man, Buddha.
Joanna, man.
Yeah, and I don't know if he got the full. I mean, he got some great big old hips and a big old ass and some double D's and all that. That giant that went across the street.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got the full tuck or whatever the fuck they call it.
Nip tuck.
He might still just have a Bucci. He might have a damn, sausage and Bucci. You know?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
I was going to say it's a shame to speak of these things, but that's what these niggas do in private, man.
And these gangster thug niggas be going for that shit.
Yeah.
It's literally called
Right.
gangbanging.
Talking about a right, that gang banging for real.
Thug and love.
Talking about man,
It's in the name.
Talking about a hole is a hole. As long as you doing the sticking, you ain't gay.
Right.
Nah, nigga, okay.
Not gay.
Right.
You're doing it.
That's not,
God. Bro, Jamie's
niggas
full
ain't
of shit, bro. Jamie's full
Right.
of shit.
You doing it, it ain't
He
gay.
gay.
Yeah,
I ain't gay.
that shit.
Trying to justify that shit, man.
It's only good if you like it, bro. I was just prison gay. I wasn't really gay. I was just prison
It's just gay.
I had to fit in where I get in. No homo.
If you like it.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, brother.
Joanna, man.
This is Romans 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
And they hate the scripture. They always try to find a way around it, man.
Ain't no way.
Man, vocab be dodging more punches than Mayweather around this damn scripture.
That nigga be in his Philly shell.
You know? Yeah, don't he?
Right in the nigga face.
Right. James Tony. With his hands down. Can't hit the nigga.
When y'all want to say somebody racist, there it is, right there.
Read it again, brother. Because they hate this scripture. Oh, he just hated Esau's sin. He didn't hate Esau.
Right.
That's not what it said, though, bro. But go ahead.
Esau
Romans
is
9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Keep going.
What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High?
So no, well then I don't. Cause we had KRS-One on 87th Street cry. The nigga literally started crying.
What
All
about
right,
these
for those you
songs?
who've been around long
White
enough to
man.
remember that cat looked like KRS-One. He literally started crying tears. Man, that ain't right, man.
The white man can't
Man,
make
if a white man can't go to heaven, I don't want to go to heaven, man. That ain't right, bro.
it. White man.
Real
I
kid.
mean, like, this nigga was literally crying.
On 87, right?
Yeah. I'm like, man, you ain't no crying in baseball, bro. What
There's no crying in
Feel like you a bigoted.
what you doing?
Over the white man.
That was
Right.
the same one back in the day.
Yeah.
Look, boss, he ain't working.
Right.
Yeah. Don't run
Yeah.
that gun line, nigga.
And then about a year later, I'm on the bus with the same dude. He wearing a hat with Yahweh on it, in the Syrian, of course. He wearing a hat with Yahweh on it. But I'm like, but you, hey, ain't you the same dude who was crying for Esau?
Right.
Go ahead, brother.
God
Hold
forbid.
it, brother. Hold it.
For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy.
So instead of him crying for Esau, be thankful that the Lord chose you, man. Look at all the hell. Wait, he wasn't crying for you when he left them war dogs on your ass.
Show what?
When he's putting you in them chains. All right? All right, when he was having his way, or you chained up in the barn, he in there having his way with your baby sister.
Yeah.
With your baby brother.
Yeah. You ain't
They
the
were born
Queen
for a
Dicky.
harlot and chose you and Joel, man.
Hey, what'd he say? What'd he say on Django? You gonna turn big rocks into little rocks. And after that, we gonna hit you over the head and throw you down
Yeah,
the
he
nigga
said,
hole.
and he said when your back break.
Back give out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on,
Back
man.
give out. We're gonna hit you over here with a hammer.
He
Throw you
wasn't
in the
crying.
man.
They was enjoying that, man. They was enjoying cutting your rod off, man.
Cutting your foot off.
Man,
For the fuck of it.
your dick or your foot? Which one?
How many of you brothers seen
Yeah.
Goodbye Uncle Tom?
Yeah,
You got another movie to watch. Enough hands
That's
to watch.
definitely an order.
Yeah.
And you can see that on YouTube for free.
That's definitely an order.
All I can
That's
tell you though is
definitely an order.
don't have no sharp instruments in your hand.
God knows.
All right. Don't go outside and commit no weapons of our war. It's not carnal.
God knows.
But you definitely will feel like getting carnal.
Yeah, you gonna wanna
The
fuck
thoughts will
somebody
come.
up.
The thoughts will come into your head.
It make Ruth look like
Right.
Sesame Street.
Right. Because it will make you just want to go outside and and piece up the next Edomite you see.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey neighbor,
Put the flops on his
fuck,
ass
bro.
real quick.
Right.
But I'm Irish for thinking about it. Which side?
But go ahead, brother.
And I will have compassion on whom I will have
The
compassion.
Lord chose who he chose to have compassion on, man. All right, so you brothers got that? Good, Uncle. What movies are y'all supposed to see? Monsters of Men. That's right. Go ahead. Monsters of Men.
Yep.
Man.
So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith to Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, and that I might shew thee my power in thee.
So he only raised Esau up and over us just so he can show his power again. All right? The name Yahweh Bashem Abishai has to be elevated in this world again.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
Because it's all about Yahweh Shai getting this kingdom. And the Wadi Yahweh Bashem Abishai for allowing us to be joint heirs.
That's right.
But it's he got to get his glory first.
That's right.
We can't get ours first. We got to wait on him. So he ain't gonna forget. He gonna come. All right. He gonna come on Jet Li, Dragon Lee on their ass. Right. Then he gonna throw that power dust on some of y'all.
Right.
And then y'all gonna be right up there with him shortly thereafter. All right. But he got to go first.
Yep.
All right. Because if you think the Lord ain't chomping at the bit, all the stories that I was sharing with you, you think he wasn't watching from the heavens?
Right.
And he don't know?
In his heart.
All right?
It's fresh in his
You know,
mind.
he pacing back and forth in that cage, waiting for the gate door to open.
All this,
Right? Yeah, man. The Lord mad as hell, man.
Hey,
All right? Pretty soon, hey, Yahweh gonna give him that green light, man. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Then his name gonna be declared. Pause right there. Get what you got, then get what you got.
Sirach 10 and 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Because the people over right now are not profitable, man. All right?
Oh.
I mean, all you have to do is be honest with yourself and look at the condition of the earth, and you clearly see that the ruling class people are not profitable. The earth is that they didn't set profitable people over. They profit to their own private pockets at the expense of the whole world, at the expense of nature, at the expense of the air, at the expense of the water, all right, at the expense of the health of the people, at the expense of the animals. You ever notice how almost every dog you see eyes be full of coal? All right, because whatever that shit is, it comes down.
Yep.
They low to the ground. That shit in the grass.
Yep.
And they walking through it, sniffing it, and they get sick just like people do, man.
Yep.
I've just been watching them all. I've seen dogs with ailments and keloids and shit hanging from their leg. What the fuck? I ain't never seen this shit in my life, man.
Getting cancer.
You know, animals getting cancer in their balls.
Yep.
Turtles got herpes.
You know,
Sea turtles got
it's
herpes.
like, how the fuck does a turtle get herpes, man?
A white
Esau.
man.
What, did an Edomite
Right.
go to the Caribbean and hump a turtle?
That little
What the
ass
Yes.
fuck, man? I mean, how
Yes.
the fuck? And then he went and humped the other turtles, and now,
Oh my God.
right? But it didn't matter though, cause he didn't enjoy it. Right. Fuck out of here.
I seen the Edomite fuck a fish, man.
Yep.
Swollen the wrong way. Weird ass videos pop up. Edomite. And then he got the fish, because the fish is out of water, because he got the fish on his fucking rod. But then he'll put the fish head.
In the water
This-
so it wouldn't die.
This man has, yes, exactly.
He's
He
wild.
has to go, man.
This man
This
is
wild as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I look at, I said, this motherfucker wicked as hell.
That dude, his whole line needs to be exterminated.
I didn't.
Oh,
yeah.
I only seen it because I didn't even think I'd seen what I seen.
extra.
I said, is this a dude fucking a fish?
Yeah, he got a German Shepherd brothels.
Yeah.
Well, they got sheep.
all German
They got
shepherds.
sheep brothels all across Europe.
And you gotta put the animal to death.
They got sheep.
Right.
Brothels, man. I seen the shit they had. The
You know
German
how
Shepherds,
you go
man.
to the strip club with all your boys, get your singles. This thing's
Oh,
going to
my
the sheep.
God, man.
Hey, hold on, I gotta hit the currency saying I gotta get some singles, man.
Bro,
Sheep on the pole.
bro, I
That
seen.
shit
It was a
bad.
What the fuck, man?
Get me off the camera, man. F nasty ass. Esau nasty, man.
Wow.
That shit bad.
You gotta
roll
finish
a
it
We
out,
single.
gonna finish with that. When he finishes, when he gets to a certain spot, I'm waiting for him to get
And that's why
it's around
Daniel
20 or 19 when he gets there.
And that's why Daniel 4 and 17
you
say
hold
the
the
basis.
scripture, you got it right.
The basis of man. The basis of man.
Right.
This is the lowest you can go, man.
Right.
And he's the ruler over us. You
And
know the Lord,
21.
and see the speaking of the devil.
Right.
And he shall appear.
This ruling
The
over.
basis of man.
Oh,
Right, man.
Daniel 4 and 17 all day. That wild little walk past.
Shalom, bro.
That heathen.
Yeah. That wild man.
Go ahead,
You gotta
go ahead and finish what you was reading, brother.
Saying that King Ephraim.
Yeah.
This is Romans 9 and 18.
I'm looking to get to like 19, 20, 21, something like that.
Therefore hath he had mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden. Thou wilt say unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will?
So look, hey, my man KRS1, man, you can cry for Esau all you want, and then all these weak camps with that nation building. It ain't no nation building. It is the elect.
That's it.
It's all about the elect, man. The
right,
rest
bro.
of Israel, we can't build the whole. You can't save the whole nation, man. You can't save these niggas, man. These niggas are your worst enemy are just as bad as Esau. If not worse in some cases.
They don't want to be saved.
Right.
Right.
They don't want to be saved. The scripture says so great
Don't
plagues
save
that
none.
come peace.
They don't want to be saved, right?
Fuck them. Like I said, they're so plugged into the matrix, they will defend the matrix, man.
Hey, the Lord,
Fight you.
the Lord rightfully said, pray now for these people. He told Jeremiah twice.
Con.
It's in the beginning, 11 and 16, bro. 3 times the Lord had to remind you, man, fuck these people, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
He said, I have
And now,
removed
and
my
now,
peace.
you know,
Yeah.
for those of you who remember that video, when Elder Tahar said he was going to be jumping over these Edomites to get to you,
yes.
you know, in the beginning, you know, we were all kind of like,
Huh?
you know, but now we get it.
Hell yeah.
All
Now
the time you get
after
it.
you come out here and you get swung on and spit at,
Man.
or you know,
Man.
and lied on,
It be your
people
own
calling
people.
your job and you losing your job and clients and all that kind of shit. You know, yeah, you realize, man, fuck.
And
these
those are the,
niggas.
hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something. An Edomite walked up to me at my job, and he know the Edomite. What that nigga might be, Jay? Yeah, that nigga, he is fly. But he said my government name because he called me my government name. He says, you know, you remind me of the guy off Archer, and the black dude with the, but he always wear a black turtleneck. I said, I do kind of look like this nigga. But then he left it alone. And he said, look at his chain. He even got the Star of David on his chain. And he said, it's some real Israelites, man. He said, I Kelly, look, I know you one of the Power Rangers. He said, I've been watching you forever. It's funny though, but see, he wouldn't even throw me under the table when he's an Edomite, man. But you niggas will do that.
Oh, yeah.
We seen you
All
niggas do it
day.
to us.
Yeah.
Fuck up brothers' whole career just because you don't like, because you got a problem with GMS. Hey, look, man, for all you stupid ass niggas who do shit like that, and all you niggas who drop the plow, look, man, this chip still coming.
Yep.
World War III still coming.
Yep.
Famine still coming.
Yep.
Plague still coming.
These
Your
soldiers
woman
here.
gonna leave. They here.
These soldiers here, so
fuck you.
all the military vehicles that you saw being moved around, you know, for over the last 4 or 5 years, all them UN vehicles and all the military vehicles, you been shipped all over,
Yeah.
shipped around America. Hey, the guys who gonna be operating them, all right, and the guys who gonna be the handlers of them damn monsters of men, them damn robots and shit, they all here, man.
Yep.
Some little nerdy dude eating damn Twinkies and gummy bears.
Soft as hell.
You know, playing with a joystick.
Yep.
With a damn Hornet drone, following your ass around.
With a Notre Dame hat on.
Right.
Shit on you.
Waiting for the goat for the Hornet to come down and sting your ass.
Some incel.
And you have a heart attack right there in the middle of nowhere, man. All right.
Cyanide.
They got, man, the technology that they have and the weapons that they have, you know. Hell, I watched a video, it was either on Instagram or TikTok, one of them, and it shows you an infrared camera of 2 people in a room using their iPhones. And the infrared camera showed that the camera was taking pictures of them every like 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So your camera, you scrolling, your camera is constantly taking images of you and everything around you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you got a fucking iPhone.
Bring it up.
Radar on.
Yeah. So no matter what you saying or doing, if you saying, so they got all this data stored. Anybody said anything against the president or anything against the Israelis or whatever, whoever the fuck. But yeah, it showed you, but you can't see it with the naked eye. But with the infrared, you can see that shit. And the girl just sitting there in the doctor's office or whatever, the guy sitting across from her, they both playing with their phones, and the infrared camera on the office camera kept showing that camera's taking constant pictures of them.
Damn.
When they look away, whatever, so it just got, so when she in the car, giving top, you know, whatever she's doing, or whatever he's doing, the camera's taking pictures of you, man, non-stop. All right? That deep fake technology, exactly, where they can use your face and make you saying, and how easy will it be to take sound bites from all these videos, throw it in my face and make me say some outlandish shit.
Shit, they're doing it already.
All right, they're already doing it.
They got the AI stuff where you can create your own.
Say that, exactly. Say that right, make me say some off the wall terroristic type shit, and then they put my face all over the news, and I'm the instant enemy, public enemy #1.
Remember that?
How easy it is for them to do that, and now don't be shocked if they do that shit.
Right.
Remember that video, Elder, that was circulating where it was Donald Trump admitting to all that shit? That was them just using his voice when he's like, "Oh yeah, we were there to get that ass" or whatever.
There you
Which
go.
we know he did, but the way that they chopped that audio specifically made it seem like he was basically admitting to all of that. But really, they just chopped his voice. Now, even when they brought out the deepfake technology, because I remember they had an article, it was this Chinese company that was basically like, hey man, this technology is so good, in the wrong hands, it's gonna cause damage, which lets you know that Esau already lets you know that he's in the works of doing it.
Exactly.
Because he makes you aware of it. He's like, hey, this technology in the like the government don't control it and have control.
He's gonna cause that damage, you guarantee.
God knows.
Or attempt to. All right, but we're not ignorant to Esau's devices. He's doing shit, and then we're doing, and then next thing you know, 50 videos drop.
Bring it up.
Instantly, and then those videos are seen in the tens of thousands and before he can even get the story out, man. It's like the Lord put the spirit, or He'll do something, and in the spirit we'll call it, and it already, the video already have 30, 50,000. The topic has been viewed over 100,000 times within a 24-hour period, and he hadn't even finished it yet. He's like, fuck. You know? So, and the Lord is putting the spirit on us to keep catching them up. But eventually, just gonna put something out there anyway. Okay. All right? Cause like that whole shooting thing, and all of a sudden they put up that dude who had the big bushy beard and you know, and he didn't have no line. And we all know when Jake grow their beard out all full, and they got a big fro, and he ain't got not nan line, not one.
This shit ain't taped up. He ain't got the line. The
No.
Jake would have been crispy as hell with that.
Especially if you're using that beard oil. Mighty cool.
Yeah,
I was thinking about
just
that
taking
beard
pictures.
oil.
Let's do that right now.
I witnessed that on Elder Manata's iPod. He was filming. I kept on this white flash. What the fuck is that?
Well, go ahead and finish it, brother. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up.
This is Romans 9, verse 20. Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest again against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
So there it is. The two main characters in the Bible is Jacob and Esau. And Jacob was made to be honored, and Esau was made to be dishonored. But Esau was, and in his being dishonored, he's going to be exposed in these last days.
That's right.
And that's exactly what's happened. One more scripture. Thessalonians, I think it's 2:8. Through the power of the spirit of the prophet's mouth, you're going to get consumed.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Right, the mouth of all his prophets, man. All right? Go ahead.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
There, and when the brightness of the Lord is coming, man. But if we're softening them up, we're destroying them, we're ruining all the lies, all the historical lies, and their accountability, their credibility. It's all being destroyed, man. Just simply by reading the scriptures.
That's
and
cool.
going into the history and lining it up with the scriptures. That's all we've done. All right. We ain't brought no democracy grenades. None of that shit, man. We just read the scriptures, man. Hey, so with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto Yahweh. What a Bible ball.